In today's Gospel reading, we hear about one of the miracles of Jesus. It's the story of the healing of a demon-possessed man who was blind and mute. Let's reflect on this miracle and how it helps us to understand the nature of faith. There are many miracles of Jesus in the Gospels, but they are not just interesting stories or quaint tales from a bygone age. Rather, these miracles reveal to us the kind of person Jesus is and what he came to do. And this is very important for our faith, because if we really understand who Jesus is and what he accomplished for us, then our faith will be all the stronger for it. When we look at the miracles of Jesus, especially those recorded in the Gospel of Mark, which is the one we're hearing from today, we notice that they tend to follow a certain pattern. Usually, someone with a physical ailment or a disability approaches Jesus asking for help. Then there is an outpouring of divine power. Sometimes this involves an actual physical touch from Jesus, but sometimes it doesn't. The person is healed instantly and miraculously, and then there is an additional element of teaching that takes place. In other words, the miracle itself is a kind of living lesson. For example, in today's Gospel, after the healing, Jesus tells the man, "Go home to your family and tell them all that the Lord has done with you and all his great mercy." This is not only a great mercy for this man, but for everyone who hears the man's testimony. The miracle becomes a living testimony to the power of Jesus. And this brings me to the most important point I want to make in this reflection, namely that the miracles of Jesus reveal his boundless power. Yes, but they also reveal something else. They reveal the heart of Jesus. When we look at the Gospels, we can clearly see that Jesus had a special place in his heart for the outcasts, the marginalized, the physically and spiritually broken. And this man who was blind, mute, and demon-possessed was certainly an outcast. He was probably viewed with suspicion and fear by the people of that time. But Jesus did not shy away from him. Instead, he approached him, cast out the demon, healed his eyes, and set him free. This man who once could not see now sees the Lord. This man who once could not speak now proclaims the good news. This man who once was bound up with chains now walks in freedom. We can say with confidence that this was not just a physical healing, but it was also a spiritual healing. It was a healing that touched the most fundamental aspects of this man's humanity. So the next time you hear the word miracle, or you think about the miracles of Jesus, never forget the following. Behind every miracle is the power of God. Yes, but behind every miracle is also the heart of God. And this is the God who loves you. No matter what obstacles you face, no matter what struggles you go through, no matter what seems to hold you back, know this: the Lord wants to set you free. He wants to heal you. He wants to restore you. For you were made for him, and only in him can you truly find life and happiness. The miracle we heard about today should encourage us in our faith and inspire us to greater acts of charity and mercy. It encourages us because it reminds us that nothing is impossible for God. And it inspires us to acts of mercy because it reminds us that we are called to be like Jesus, full of compassion and concern for those who suffer. Just as Jesus had a special place in his heart for the blind, the lame, the deaf, and the outcasts, so too are we called to show special love and concern for those who are marginalized and forgotten in our society today. Let us also remember that the greatest miracle of all is the resurrection of Jesus himself. Through this miracle, Jesus conquered death and gave us the hope of eternal life. So let us thank God for this wonderful gift and strive to live lives that are worthy of the resurrection, lives filled with faith, hope, and love. And with that, I wish you all a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you for watching this video, and may the Lord bless you always.